There was an old man that worked right up here in town. He had a hardware store and he had a bunch of old paperwood trucks, and or actually they hauled longwood, and all them old fellas that worked for him as his trucks, they all worked for him. Well, they always was needing to borrow money, so they'd all come up there and want to borrow money from him. Well, this guy who borrowed some money from him, he came by and we was talking about him one day. He said, "Yeah, I went up there." I said, "Hey, Mr. Johnson." Mr. Johnson couldn't hear. He couldn't hear at all. Every time you ever said something to him, he'd say, "What do you say there, son?" About like that. And he said, "Mr. Johnson, I need to borrow $5. And he said, "What'd you say there, son?" He said, "I said, Mr. Johnsie, I need to borrow $20. And he said, "I heard you the first time." my uncle was a trickster. He got Mr. Johnsie and another friend of his. They was all standing in a triangle, and neither one of them two could hear. Everybody knew they couldn't hear what we're talking. And one of them would say something, and the other one would sit there and nod his head and laugh like that's the funniest thing he ever heard. And then he'd say something, and he'd nod his head and laugh, and my uncle was sitting there watching them. And he's like, there ain't no way he heard what he said. So one of them would say something. He said, "Did you hear what he said?" He said, "Yeah, I heard him." "Well, what did he say?" "I don't know what he said."